Good to see y'all again. It's Michael, and we're going to be fixing a wobbly fence today. This fence is about 30 years old and is done pretty well, but we have a failed beam, failed post here, and give you a little demonstration. It's probably a good 6 to 9 inches out of plumb. So, okay, so we got about 8-foot treated 2x. It doesn't have to be treated for a brace, it's only temporary. But we're gonna push it over and see how plumb we can get it, and then we'll go from there. Okay, let's check for plumb. Okay, it's plumb now. We're really close. Considering most of this other fence isn't completely plumb, either due to its age and settling, we're almost perfect on the bubble. Where your bubble's right in the center, that means you're plumb. So we're gonna come around the other side of the fence here. We're gonna take about, first step is to get about four or five of these planks off, pickets on this side of the fence. So, I don't know if you noticed, the bottoms didn't come out that easily. I think a portion of this fence, the bottoms were screwed in and then the fence was put up. So there's no way to access those screws from this side. So you got to do a little demo manhandling type of stuff with this last one. I'm going to need a flat bar and a hammer. So we'll go ahead and finish that up, and then we're going to start working on the rails on the other side. So we're going to use the speed square to draw a perpendicular line to the pickets to cut off our railings. Okay, this is the sawzall I use to cut the rails. You can also use a handsaw for this. The sawzall, just do it a little quicker, just for your knowledge. We're gonna be cutting our 4x4 post now for our fence post. First off, I usually try to check the ends, make sure they're square on the post. That end's nice and square. Both ends look good. I'm more concerned with the end that's gonna be up out of the ground, that's gonna be touching that top rail. I prefer that to be as flat as possible. They're both flat. So our measurement is 88 inches from the bottom of the hole we dug to the bottom of that top railing. So mark your 88 inches. You can draw a line on here if you want. A little easier to line up the saw blade that way. Safety glasses. Don't have to wear them, but I wear them. Had too much stuff in my eye over the years. And a little safety tip, whenever you start the chop saw up, table saw, any saw for that matter, let it run a second or two so it builds up its maximum speed. You don't just want to start it and jam into the wood. It could kick back on you. So, okay, so we got our post cut. We're going to take it over to our fence and put it in our hole and plumb it up. These are the two tools I use for digging the post hole. This is a trench shovel, great for post holes. And this is a 6-foot pry bar, demo bar. It's got a pointed end on one end and a flat chiseled end on the other. Also great for digging post holes. Okay, so now we got our post in the hole. I dug the hole 2 foot deep, and I put a little pea gravel at the bottom of it, give it a nice firm base. Honestly, the soil is pretty hard anyway, so it probably wasn't necessary, but I do it on all my posts. It gives it a nice stable base to put the bottom of the post on. And I got these brackets here. They're little corner brackets. I'm going to attach them to the rails we cut off earlier, and I'm going to attach our 4x4 to the railings. I tested it for plumb. The new post, it's plumb both directions. So once I get these brackets on the railings, that post is going to stay where it's at while I can pour the concrete. So that's what we're going to do right now. Let's get to work. Okay, so we're still nice and plumb, and this post ain't going nowhere now. And we're gonna go ahead and pour our concrete in there. I'll show you how to do that next. This consistency. Okay, I'm mixing 80-pound bag of concrete here with 6 pints of water, and that's the standard mix for 80-pound bag. As you see, I'm getting it. It's called a slurry, and the way it's falling off that shovel is about how you want it. So we're at the last phase of fixing our wobbly fence, make it a little more stable, hopefully a lot more stable. So we're gonna tie our top rail into our buddy post with a couple 3-inch screws. And we're gonna take the brace off and we're gonna try to push the fence. We'll see how stable it is. Okay, we're going to take a couple measurements, top and bottom, to get our final railings measured. We got 29 5/16 for the bottom railing. We got 29 3/16 for the middle railing. Be right back. Okay, so we got our railings cut, our bottom and middle railings. I did a toenail angle for my screws, pre-did them, just a little bit easier than, I guess you could pre-drill them and then do it that way, but I get them ready to go before I put them in. It makes it a little bit easier. Let's see if they fit. Okay, we're gonna screw in our final 6 planks and call it a day.